The iPhone 12 Pro Max is an outstanding device, with the biggest display ever on an iPhone, and have taken some great strides in the camera department in the last 2 years. In fact, I'm shooting this video with this phone, but is it truly worthy of that $1,099 price tag? With Apple's decision not to include a 120Hz in this phone and still keep the notch design from the iPhone X, should you still wait for the next iteration or splurge on this year's Pro Max? Stay tuned for the full video to learn about some surprising facts about the camera software in low light that might make or break your decision to buy this phone. First impressions with this device, you definitely feel this is a premium device because of its heft. Weighing in at 8 ounces, it's definitely a very heavy phone. Also, in this beautiful gold color that looks amazing. The feel and look of this device compares more with jewelry than a phone itself, and that's a testament to Apple and their build quality. With their stainless steel sides, it makes other phones feel like toys. With the iPhone 12, Apple returned to its iPhone 4 days with a boxy design language, much like the new iPad Pro, and it really looks great and really helps it not be as slippery as past years, and feels more secure in the hand when holding it. With the 12 Pro, you now get this matte texture on the back that gives it a bit more grip than a regular glass back. It's still glass on the back, but with this coating, it makes it feel solid in the hand, and while adding to the grippiness, it also adds to the overall confidence in the hand when in use. Also, still, to this day, there is still a Lightning connector on iPhones, when the iPad Pros and MacBooks have fully adopted USB Type-C. I understand their reasoning, money, but they would prefer to go portless than use USB Type-C. Personally, I wirelessly charge my iPhones because I only carry my Type-C cable when I travel, but it would definitely be nice to be able to use my Type-C cable for all my devices. Another important design choice with this phone is the cameras. The cameras have a very distinct hump, and you definitely notice it when the phone is lying on a table. It wobbles plenty when using it. The display on the iPhone 12 Pro Max is the biggest yet, at 6.7 inches, and it definitely feels like it. We still have a notch this year, which is not helping it keep up with the times, but honestly, the Pro Max, as it is a bigger display, after using it for a while, it really fades into the background. The display this year should be more durable thanks to a ceramic coating, but in the end, glass is still glass. Also, having a flat screen is a huge plus with the gripability of the phone and with no false touches. With the screen reaching a peak of 1200 peak nits, using this in direct sunlight is not much of a problem. Compared to previous years, Apple has really stepped up its game in the photography game. With the iPhone 12 Pro Max, you get an additional telephoto lens compared to the regular 12 that gives you an additional zoom capability without any loss in quality. You also get the standard 12 megapixel main sensor and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. Dynamic range and details in the camera stills are very crisp, and especially in low light or questionable conditions. What I've noticed with the camera stills in this phone is that Apple this year has definitely upped the saturation and contrast, and with this you lose a little bit of detail, but still, the photos look really good. You especially notice these changes when you compare the photos with the Pixel 5, which I believe has still the better performing camera stills. In low light conditions, this upped saturation and contrast, when done right in certain photos, it looks absolutely amazing, and I prefer them over any other camera in the market. However, there are instances that the end result does not come out as great because it loses the details. This is really noticeable in the trees. Look how the details in the tree itself are gone, but in the Pixel 5, it retains the details of the tree. With the Pixel 5, I can be confident in every scenario that the stills are going to come out great, but with the iPhone 12 Pro Max, when they do come out great, they are out of this world excellent. But they also can miss some shots like this one. I've also noticed that photos, since they're up in contrast and saturation, tend to go for that colorful look, which is great, and it comes down for personal preference, but I wouldn't say they are the most accurate representation on how they actually look in real life. Don't get me wrong, I'm nitpicking here with the camera, and in the end, you will get excellent pictures no matter the conditions, but I'm trying to get you an accurate representation of what you're going to get when you shoot some stills with this camera. The software on the iPhone 12 Pro Max with iOS 14 is a joy to use. It may not have a 120Hz display, but all the animations are super smooth, and I have to say, coming back from Android, multitasking on iOS 14 is unmatched. The multitasking animation is the most fluid in the business, and apps stay running in the background for a long time. Widgets on the home screen are one of the best new additions, and you can now spice things up on your home screen, which makes a world of a difference when used to Android's customizability. The new app library is just what the iPhone needed for organizing apps you don't want cluttering up your home screen. It's like an organized app drawer on Android, which I didn't know I wanted. It organizes everything automatically into different folders, from social media to productivity, and honestly, it's a great addition. Performance on this phone is on another level. With Apple's A14 Bionic, this processor is the fastest chip in the whole business, and it's not even close. Intensive games run with no hiccups or lag, and loading times are noticeably quicker compared to other phones. Using iOS 14, lag is simply non-existent, and all animations are fluid no matter what apps are running. Battery life on this phone is just amazing. With a bigger battery combined with a more efficient processor with the A14 chip and Apple's own OS, this phone is a battery champ. I've averaged about 5 hours of screen on time every day and almost never go past the 50% mark at bedtime. If your top priority is battery life and don't mind the 6.7-inch screen, this phone is definitely up there with the best of them. The decision to forego the 120Hz screen definitely helps in this regard, and it shows in my testing. The iPhone 12 Pro Max is an amazing phone. The build quality is just on another level. With a 6.7-inch display and the best processor in any phone, this phone checks out a lot of boxes. I wouldn't say it has the best camera stills in any phone, but it is definitely up there, top 2 in my book. It may also not have 120Hz, but you really forget about it after using it for a while. $1,099 is a lot of money, to be honest, but I would totally recommend this phone because as an overall package, it is unmatched in the smartphone space. Thank you so much for watching. If you like videos like this, consider subscribing, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Peace.